Hello and welcome to my talk. We'll be speaking about, or I at least, I don't know, how about you? I'll be speaking about unlearning English to master German grammar with songs. Yes, we have a little journey to take, and I'm going to introduce myself first, if this is gonna work. Yeah, so Maggie who? Maggie Jabczynski. I am a linguist, conversation trainer for bots, AI and humans. I was working a lot in Deutsch als Fremdsprache in this field, German as a foreign language, and I taught many people how to become fluent in German. And in this work, where I worked very intensely, especially on one-on-ones with people from all over the world, I started composing, songwriting, and producing songs to help German learners to master difficult grammar topics. And now I have a collection of albums. One little thing you can see here is how to use weil, and we'll get to that in a bit. And Ich habe Fieber is one of my latest releases. It will be on the album How to Be Sick in German. But yeah, this comes later, and now we're going to speak about you, or maybe, or not you, but yeah, my songs for German learners here, I said that. So what are you here for? So if you just dropped into this talk, then maybe the unlearning word caught your attention, because I guess you're also one of these persons who has already learned quite a lot in their life. And I have realized that learning is not always helpful, or having learned so much is not so helpful. We don't learn anymore by trial and error, but we try to apply our patterns that we have learned and that helped us to survive or to master certain skills on new situations. And this application of patterns is sometimes problematic, because it turns out the situation requires something else. And with that, I'd like to lead you to a new approach, this unlearning approach. And all I want to do at the end is just sing a song. So tune in with me, and I hope you will sing along with me on the other side of the screen. I'm going to shake your mind a little bit. I know that you on vacation go. Let's start with this sentence. If you are a native speaker of the English language, or if you acquired the English language as a second or third language some time ago, then this sentence will maybe give you some headaches or irritate you a little bit. There's something wrong with that, and I will get to that in a bit. Look at this one. When I at home am, must you to work go? If you wouldn't see what is written there, your brain would have to do a lot of work. If I would speak with an accent, some accent, maybe Polish, then you would have to disambiguate whether I'm really pronouncing the words that you think that are coming. And if we were talking in a dialogue with each other, and I would speak slower because this language not completely learned have, then it would give you a lot of work to do in your mind to understand what I want to say. So these are three things, right? The accent, I'm slowing down, and I mess up the sentence structure. Oh, that's a lot. And I might say things like, if you today no milk buy, then can we know hot chocolate make? And that would really be a pity. Even more a pity if you wouldn't understand the sentence, because it takes you too much effort to understand. And I was just shouting out of the door while you were leaving. So yeah, syntax matters a lot. And syntax, if you're not in the linguistic field, syntax is sentence structure, how the thing is constructed. Where is the information put? How is it distributed during the thing that is being said or written? So syntax matters a lot for understanding. And sometimes we say, you don't need to say all the words, or maybe you know these exercises where half of the text you don't see, but your brain completes the rest. So syntax is very important because it helps to complete the rest. and sometimes we actually do not hear everything the other person says acoustically, or if we are not used to the other one speaking. So we need to understand or to have the correct syntax, that we agreed upon some unwritten grammar rules and common sense and Habitude, Gewohnheit, I forgot this word in English. So we need to agree upon something to retrieve the information and to make the right conclusions. So this is actually a lot of work to do. I can actually be very happy. We all can be very happy to have such brilliant brains that are able to compute this amount of work, of cognitive work. Let's take a look at the other sentence, because this is just the beginning. And it goes on like that in German. If you are a German tutor or have ever given classes for German learners, you might have heard sentences like this. Vielleicht, wir treffen uns heute. Here again, something's messed up. And the next sentence looks like that, maybe. Heute, ich habe dich angerufen. I live in Berlin. I hear this sentence a lot. So the good thing is people actually still call each other. That's a good thing. But the bad thing is the sentence structure. Yeah. So here the verb had to be in the second position. But why is someone speaking like that? Let's not forget, they come from a different sentence structure. They have different patterns in their mind, different patterns of distributing information. I hope I'm not too close to the microphone. Otherwise, let me know. So, ich habe dich angerufen. The next one, morgen, ich fahre in die Stadt. This sentence, all these sentences cause the same kind of trouble in the mind of the other speaker, unless they're on the same level of German learning as you are. And unfortunately, sometimes this way of speaking, people get used to it, and then it's even harder to get rid of it because it's everywhere in your brain structure. If I can say it like that. But I'm not a neurologist or brain researcher. I'm a linguist rather and songwriter. So yes, you already know it. Morgen ich fahre in die Stadt is, of course, as I mentioned, the English syntax. Tomorrow I'm going to the city is a perfectly constructed English sentence. Tomorrow I'm going to the city. So when people hear sentences like that, as I mentioned, they need to struggle a lot. Even more often I hear something like heute, ich habe dir angerufen. Oh, ich habe dir gerufen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I just see that in the chat. Thank you. So if you know other examples, please let me know. It's been a while I have been teaching, so I don't get in touch so often with these beautiful examples. But hey, let's not laugh about it, but see where it comes from. Ja? Heute, ich habe dir angerufen. I have called you. So this is a correct mistake. It has some logic behind it. And sometimes you can even distinguish where the speaker comes from, what native language they have, by the mistakes they make in German language, especially because we have so many cases. So cases and forms and declinations and stuff. So something's wrong. And then if you have been into the field of linguistics, maybe you've come across Kreismaxim. Kreismaxim is what we all do. We try to communicate the fastest way, the most efficient way. We try to say the most relevant things to the other person. And we just try to do the best we can all the time. So this is why your German conversation partner will offer to another common language that you have, so you can continue to speak faster and convey information. Yeah, because obviously the priority in a normal day conversation is to speak and to come to terms and not give you extra space. This is something that nowadays you actually have to pay for if you still need to do it a lot, unless you practice with ChatGPT and have a smart prompt written. Fellow German teacher on board, feel free to reach out. Oh yeah, thank you. Yes, thanks. Cool. Oh yeah, let's connect on LinkedIn. So people switch to another language, and I lived in France. This is very frustrating. I tried to speak French, and And then people just switched to English, which then, was quite disencouraging. And I want you, if you're a German learner, I want to prevent you from this experience, because it is definitely possible if you this thing unlearn that you and your brain have. Yeah, I'm used a bit to speak like that. Okay, so something's wrong, and it's faster to switch to the English language. Let's prevent that. Let's prevent getting stuck on the slide. So I had like thousands of German one-on-one classes, and I had the opportunity in these one-on-one classes to observe how people were processing information, and I saw that mirroring happens all the time, and maybe the monolinguistic or monolingual approach in learning does not do a good service if we think about what people naturally do all the time to help themselves remember or acquire something new. Because in the monolingual approach, people just teach you German in German. There's no middleman, middlewoman. So no language in between that would help translate or connect the information, which I think is a pity, because there is a lot of information and a lot of patterns you can connect to. And even if these patterns reproduce errors, we should speak with those patterns, like gestalttherapeutisch, something like that. I'm not sure I really follow this gestalttherapeutische Ansatz here strictly. I don't promise, but you'll see, and we'll sing a song. So what does it mean actually, mirroring? Maybe you can already figure. I know that you on vacation go. I have seen this sentence now so often that I think it's a correct one. So this is a mirrored sentence. Ich weiß, dass du in Urlaub fährst, and bam, look. I just do the thing that English learners do in German. I do it the other way around. Not because I'm passive aggressive, I never was, but because I want to reach out to those people and see how we can do this transition. So all these sentences, they are an important zwischenstopp while processing the sentence that I said in German. When I at home am, must you to work go? Look at this. Bam. Perfect German sentence. Wenn ich zu Hause bin, musst du zur Arbeit gehen. If you just dropped into the session and you might be wondering, why is it to the work go? In German we say zu, it's a dative preposition. Der, that's the article in the dative case, and we put them bam together. Then it's zur Arbeit. Sounds very German, right? So, wenn ich zu Hause bin, musst du zur Arbeit gehen. A very beautiful conditional sentence, if, else, wenn, dann. And you will see that the musst is in the second position. This is very important, because we count the first part of the sentence, the wenn ich zu Hause bin, this conditional side clause, we call it as first position. And must is in the second position. So either you have the when thingy going on, we'll get to that in a bit, or you do the verb in the conjugated verb. You put the conjugated verb in the second position. And the milk, we need the milk, whether it's oat milk or other milk. Wenn du heute keine Milch kaufst, dann können wir keine heiße Schokolade machen. If you today no milk buy, then can we no hot chocolate make? If you get used to speaking like that, I think the world of the conversational German will be faster a better place, or a better place sooner, because people will get to terms easier. So I was thinking, why not picking those people up from where they come from? It's time to unlearn. I want to pick them up, help them unlearn their English, and then they can do whatever they want in German, because I prepared them to. And all they have to do is just copy, paste, word per word translation. The unlearning rule, of course, there's just one rule. But don't worry, we will have a nice catchy rhythm for that. The unlearning rule is, it's been a while I haven't spoken English. So it's when one of these guys appears, you push the verb at the end. And in my lessons, I used to say, when they drop it too early, like, wenn du gehst nach Hause, I said, no, don't do it in my living room. Please hold it until you reach the bathroom, Don't drop it too early, so hold it, So if one of these guys, when, that, because, so that, if, when, appears, in your thinking, in your sentence while you start from the English. Then push the verb at the end. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The so that are translated by damit. And when, we have 2 whens in English. The other one, the one is when and the other one is the als. And there is a song for that too. When, that, because, so that, if, when, push, verb at the end. When, that, because, so that, if, when, verb at the end. When, that, because, so that, if, when, verb at the end. Wenn, das, weil, damit, ob, als, verb at the end. Okay? We will need that in a bit. I hope there are some people here in the audience that don't know any German yet. Then this will be very helpful for you. And if you join a group class, you will be heads up. You will be like miles up front, those who don't know yet what this unlearning rule is. So you just pick a sentence. On the top we have when, that, because, so that, if, when, verb at the end. So pick a sentence. When I am at home, I drink coffee. Okay, nice and easy. Is there a pusher? Yes, there is. There's the when. Where is the verb? It's here. It's the am. Put the verb at the end. Maybe you can do it. Okay, I'll let you time to think. So,
when at home I am.
Thank you for the verb at the end. Yes, thank you. The am at the end. But the I, don't forget the I, it stays where it is. You stay, you just move the verb, but your head stays there, your I. So, when I at home am. And now you can just copy paste. Who wants to copy paste that into German?
Wenn ich zu Hause bin.
Very good. Wenn ich zu Hause bin. That's all. Yeah, the bin is at the end. We've done the job. Let's go to the next exercise. We pick a sentence. I just chose this one. I don't have a car and I don't drink, but I thought this might make sense. I don't drink because I drive a car. Well, when you drive a car in English, you wouldn't need to say a car, but in German you will. So, is there a pusher? When, that, because, so that, yeah, the because is a pusher. All right, so let's identify the pusher. It's here. And where is the verb? Which verb do we take? Who wants to tell me which verb we take? But that is tricky now. Drink or drive?
Drive.
Yeah, definitely. Huh? That's the verb that comes after the pusher. This is the verb. And now, please put the verb at the end. I don't drink because I drive a car. Can you put that drive at the end and please say this sentence?
I don't drink because I a car drive.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to having unlearned some English. And who would like to put that into German? Just copy paste? Doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a verb at the end. Please don't make in my living room. Hold it until the end in German too.
Ich trinke nichts, weil ich ein Auto fahre.
Very good. We leave the verb conjugated as it is. It is not the to drive, it is the drive, but in English you never conjugate. So this is why I also have to say, it's the conjugated verb at the end. And we need that information because sometimes we have 2 verbs in one sentence, like I want to drive or I have driven. Tricky. Okay, well let's go to the next sentence. There won't be so many anymore, but this one is super tricky. When I was young, I played football, so obviously we do have a pusher and it's when. Oh, hold on. This is a little warning. Yeah, this is a very tricky sentence. Don't do this thing here, yeah? Wenn ich war junge, because, I mean, you can really upset people because of that. Because this means a lot. I mean, this even means that you have, if you are a woman, that you have been a boy before, actually. Wenn ich war junge. For some reason, people construct this, but jung means young, without the E. And wenn ich war junge, so we have to do our work here, like Byron Katie, one by one. I don't know Byron Katie, but they do some work I heard about. So yeah, there is a pusher. And where is the verb? I leave that up to you. Which verb are we talking about?
Played.
Played is one of them. And the other?
Was.
Mhm. Yeah, it's the was. Okay, let's take a look at the was first. Can you put the was at the end of the when part of the sentence, please?
When I young was.
Yes, exactly. I mean, this sounds so crazy, doesn't it? When I young was, yeah? And then I told you that we have to put the verb right after the first part of the sentence. When I young was is the first part. Could you finish that sentence, please?
Played I football.
Yes, it's crazy, huh? When I young was, played I football. And who will do the German one?
Actually, I have a question.
Please.
Why is it not when I young was football I played?
Because I need the second verb in the second position. The played is the rest of the sentence, and it's the second position. The first position was when I young was. It's like, today go I to the supermarket. The today is like when I young was. And the when I young was is just a side clause. And the full clause is played I football. And that's the reason. Does that answer your question a bit? We will have
Yes,
more
thank you.
examples. We will have more examples. Thank you for asking. By the way, I just got a very nice comment. I'm going to read it. Someone wrote, now must I my wife to the airport drive because in the US the bus system underfunded is. Thank you. Very well unlearned. Nice. So if you know other sentences, just drop them in the chat. It's really funny. And I can totally relate because in Germany the bus system also underfunded is. I said the because. Okay, who's going to do the copy-paste thing for German? It's super tricky, but it's the last one.
Wenn ich jung war, spielte ich Fußball.
Very good. And the when is in the past?
Als.
Yes, correct. Yes, please. Someone raise their hands, please.
May I just interrupt you and throw in a comment? That's okay, but actually I have to correct you on this one. In this case, you'd have to use als ich jung war.
Exactly.
Well, the difference between when and als is an issue for itself. But let me just try to wrap it up briefly. So als is used when talking about a one-time action that happened at a specific point in the past, whereas when is used for repetitive actions. As much, but just so you know, when talking about a period that is close, like my childhood, my college time, or whatsoever, we'd use als. Well, I'm not going deeper into it. Well, I guess I'll do, but just so you know, this can be a bit tricky.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Would you say spielte is wrong in that case? Because I did that for...
Well, it pretty much
Excuse me.
depends. It's not technically wrong. It would just make it sound unnatural in spoken language. Grammar-wise, it's perfectly okay. It doesn't make any difference whether to use the perfect preteritum. Whereas, as a rule of thumb, with few exceptions, you use the perfect. Ich habe Fußball gespielt.
Exactly.
Also, als ich jung war, habe ich Fußball gespielt when speaking. Whereas, in written language, when telling a narrative, writing a novel, it sounds more natural to use the preteritum. But, don't be scared after that. Grammar-wise, it doesn't make any difference. So, it's not technically wrong.
Good. Thank you very much. I didn't want to make this more complicated by saying habe ich Fußball gespielt, but we will get to that in a second too. But now that you have mastered this, or we mastered this all together, it's time for some music. And if you want to accompany me or stream that later or share with your friends, you can scan this with your phone, but don't play it yet because we are going to have a little live concert here with the When song, and I rehearsed today, so I hope the tech's not gonna let me down. So, and we're just going to sing. I'm not sure if you can, whether you can unmute yourself, maybe not, because it will be lagging, and then people won't be able to hear everything as they should. Do you hear the guitar? Okay, let me know if you don't hear the guitar, yeah? So I just assume you hear. I go when you at home are, when you at home are, when you at home are. Once again, I go when you at home are, when you at home are, when you at home are, when I na 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 do, when I na 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 do. The na-na-nas we are singing because I need people to give it some space until they put the do at the end. Yeah? So the nana is pädagogisch sinnvoll, what we say. It's not just on purpose. And you might recognize some Michael Jackson inspiration there, but I won't tell you which song. So let's go to the German version of this song. Ich geh, wenn du zu Haus bist, wenn du zu Haus bist, wenn du zu Hause bist. Ich geh, wenn du zu Haus bist, wenn du zu Haus bist, wenn du zu Hause bist, wenn ich na 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 tu, wenn ich na 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 tu. Thank you for singing along. We're still not done. There's 2 more songs. Let's go to the next one. Now, I need to prepare you with this song for the trickiest song that we will sing here. It will come afterwards. And this one is the erst song. So in this song, I'm telling you how busy I am because I'm a busy lady. And I wrote this song. Of course, I wrote this song for someone else. It's always for someone else I write. In this song, we want to practice the verb in the second position. So with today, you could also replace when I a lot of work have I much to do? Or when my homework didn't make, have I much to do? Yeah, so the today is the first position and then comes the rest. Okay, there it goes. Today have I much to do. Today is my day very full. Today have I much to do. Today is my day very full. Let's repeat. Today have I much to do. Today is my day very full. Today have I much to do. Today is my day very full. And it goes on. First go I to the shop, then go I to the post office, then go I to the bank, and then go I to you. And let's repeat and replace. First go I na na na, then go I na 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 na, then go I na na na, then go I na na na. Thank you for singing along. I think you have unlearned now enough, and we will go to the German version. I just got, ja, als ich jung war, habe ich Fußball gespielt. That hears itself mad on. Fantastic. Separable verbs, ja. Hears itself. Hört sich verrückt an. Yeah, that's what you came for. To hear something crazy. So, because I don't have anything else to do, let's sing the German part. Heute habe ich viel zu tun. Heute ist mein Tag sehr voll. Heute habe ich viel zu tun. Heute ist mein Tag sehr voll. Let's repeat. Heute habe ich viel zu tun. Heute ist mein Tag sehr voll. Heute habe ich viel zu tun. Heute ist mein Tag sehr voll. And we go on. Erst gehe ich zum Laden, dann gehe ich zur Post, dann gehe ich ich zur Bank und dann gehe ich zu dir. And the na-na part. Oh, it's too loud here. Erst gehe ich na na na, dann gehe ich na 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 na, dann gehe ich na 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 und dann gehe ich na na na. Thank you. Here you have seen dann gehe ich na na na. I have already said the verb in the second position, so I just end the whole line with na na na. So let's sing the alt song. This is the When I Young Was, and just if some of you are maybe musicians or work with their subconscious or meditate or something, when I wrote this song, have a look at the German line. Als ich jung war, habe ich Fußball gespielt. A friend of mine said, why do you start this song with this line? I mean, yeah, you maybe played football, but who cares? I chose this line on purpose. I wanted to write catchy songs. And if you listen to the vowel structure, or if you ever had vocal training and you were singing songs, sometimes you sing songs just with the vowels. Ha, hi, hu, ha, als ich jung war. And then the next part of the sentence is ha, hi, hu, ha. Again, habe ich Fußball gespielt. Yeah? So I was not able to answer the question on the same day, but the day after, I realized that I need the vowel structure doubled. Yeah, exactly the same thing for Dutch. Yes, probably. Yeah, that's fantastic. So you can just, zwei Fliegen mit einer Klappe, as we say.
Yeah, but we don't say als. That's why I made a mistake.
So what do you say in Dutch instead of als?
Wanneer.
Wanneer, and it's the same as when. When, yeah? Aha, okay.
Oder toen. Oder toen.
Toen. Good, but you can also work with this unlearning approach, yeah? And help people to master Dutch.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So, are you ready to sing the alt song with me? We start with the English in German grammar, of course. That's the last song we sing today. When I young was, have I football played? When I young was, have I myself free felt? When I young was, have I a lot dreamed? When I young was, when I young was, when I young was, when I young was, when I young was. Now let's go to the German part all together. Als ich jung war, habe ich Fußball gespielt. Als ich jung war, habe ich mich frei gefühlt. Als ich jung war, habe ich viel geträumt. Als ich jung war, als ich jung war, als ich jung war, als ich jung war. Als ich jung war. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you for your cooperation and ideas and beautiful sentences. That was mainly it. This is me playing another guitar because I have two. And please connect with me on LinkedIn. I'd love to get in touch with you if you're interested in that kind of crazy learning approaches. And of course, you can listen to the heck out of my songs. If you want, you can scan this here. So this is me. I'm doing German learning songs and I love languages. Yeah. So, well, any more questions, wishes, or complaints? We still have a few minutes.
No complaints. It was a fun idea. Maybe I should write some songs like this for Dutch.
Yes, good idea. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have a
Well-
copyright on writing songs.
We have the same grammar basically, so it should work.
I think we can learn a lot from our students. Actually, they came to me to learn something from me, but I learned from my students what helps them best and how I can teach better. Yeah. And it's nice if it happens in reverse because you get money and you learn something. Oh, yes, please. You want to speak?
Yeah, thank you for sharing all this. I loved your talk, and I guess if you don't mind me copying you, I'm definitely, well, I wouldn't say copy pasting, but adapting some of it into my teaching style. And yeah, just a side comment. How do you feel about grammar songs? I mean, there are quite a few ones that teach you, for example, preposition songs, which prepositions go with which case.
Yeah.
You also apply them or
Yes.
even compose ones?
Yes, I have an accusative dative album. There are all the prepositions, and I have an article waltz where you learn the table. So if you scan this or you explore what you can scan here further, then you will see all my works. So it's not just sentence structure, but it's also basic German grammar, and of course, and this is actually bombing on YouTube right now, the dative song, Aus bei mit nach Seid von zu.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, so I think this is super useful, and people sometimes say, oh, so this is for children. No, because children don't want to know about the dative, but grown-ups learn also very well with music, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, actually, at last year's Polyglot site gathering, I gave a speech on how to use music as a didactic tool.
Yeah.
As there's so many elements to it, like repetitiveness, written, rhyme, that make words so much more stickable. I don't even know if stickable is a word in English. I just made it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just make them so more memorable. And I mean, of course, this is also the case with lyrics. However, with traditional lyrics, you always have to take them with a grain of salt.
Correct.
As I mean, of course, for the sake of matching them into the rhythm, for sake of harmony, they don't always stick to the grammar rules.
Exactly, yeah. You want to hear the dative song? Aus bei mit nach, seid von zu, immer mit dem Dativ, dem, der, den, up. And there's maybe one more preposition. But what I'd like to present to you still, because I have 3 minutes, I just practiced that on guitar, is the article waltz. That's also a piece of art that I made here. Maybe it's useful to someone out there. To my students it was, because they had to learn 16 forms. Aus bei mit nach Seid von Singer-Songwriter dem den. Exactly, thank you very much. So, the article waltz start... I have still 4 minutes and I'm gonna use them. The article waltz starts with C. Der, das, die, den, das, die, dem, der, den, des, der, das, die, den, das, die, dem, der, den, des, der. I know we're not supposed to make promo, but this song in full length, you will also find it when you scan this little QR code here. Yeah, it helped a lot of people, and I think music is the key to many things in life, and for me at least it is. And yes, these preposition songs are out there. Thank you. On again, see. Auf Wiedersehen. How wonderful. I've never seen that before. Okay, thank you very much.
For your bit on one of the songs about the preposition with the dative or accusative case where you showed it in brackets, it clarified something my tutor had pointed out to me in my last assignment, and it suddenly clicked why I need to use the article.
Really? So why do you have to use the article?
Well, you have to use the article. You have to use either the dative or the accusative article or the genitive, depending on which case the preposition takes.
Exactly. You need to know. I mean, there are 3 kinds of prepositions.
Because I missed out the article, and I thought that sounds okay, but it's not. And when I looked at it, and I said that I did a couple of examples there, and I saw it was fine. But thanks very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's like a miracle when suddenly something pops up and clicks in your mind after you have known the theory, but then suddenly, I love these moments. Yeah, that's what I have in songwriting all the time. Like, yeah. Okay, guys, thanks for being here. And if you want to get in touch, I'm more than happy to connect on LinkedIn or subscribe to my newsletter on Maggie's German Learning Songs. Oh, it's quite long. And please go stream and have fun. Yeah. So this is now 7:45. Yes, music is the door to many things. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here. Please take them all. And yeah, maybe we'll meet in another Polyglot gathering.